Good afternoon, all of you. Okay. Now showing. Okay. Okay. So this picture is specific for the crossing, and each and every component of the crossing have been shown here, like TNC theoretical nose, the actual nose, then spice rail, point rail, flare, okay, flange away, then throat, gap, right hand wing rail, left hand wing rail. But why this crossing is coming from actual from this turnout section. The detailed picture or detailed schematic diagram of turnout picture, we are getting this crossing section. Now this is the real picture of crossing at the site. Okay, at the site we can see this kind of crossing, and normally these crossing are ready-made sections which are available in industry, or we can order when we are going to construct any railway track. uh, Suppose behalf of any company, suppose you are a site engineer and you supposed to make a railway track or a railway sections due to some reasons, or you are connecting two stations with some railway track. So at that section you may require such type of sections, such type of components. You can order. Some companies are there, some government companies, some government undertaking companies are there. Normally they are constructed or they are made this type of sections. So this is ready-made section, this crossing section are ready-made section. But the important thing is you should know the each and every component, every part of this crossing section. Okay. And normally these crossing section are used for turnout. Already we have seen in the turnout picture, this crossing section is required in the turnout section. Turnout, normally in turnout this is required. Now we will see some real pictures which are available in our railway track. This is the yes. Again not presenting presentation. It is not visible. Yes, the presentation is visible. So, what is the problem? Sir, presentation not showing, sir. It is invisible. It is not. Acha, picture is not clear. Yes, sir. Okay, okay. Yes, sir. Uh, just wait. Now it is clear. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now it is clear. Okay. I think it's clear, na? Okay. So this is the real picture, or this is the this crossing section which is used in the railway track, and we can see in the during journey, or if we visit along the railways track, then we can see such kind of components or crossings in our railway track. Okay. After that, we have some types of crossings. Already we have studied, and we have read in last class that there are lots of types, but important types of crossings. Like first is acute angle crossing. Okay, acute angle crossing is nothing but same as this crossing, just we have studied. This crossing also we can say the acute angle crossing. Okay. Now specifically, which is acute angle crossing? Acute angle crossing means the crossing should have the throat, theoretical nose, actual nose, then flange way, crossing angle. So such components should have in the crossing section. Then we can say this crossing is the acute angle crossing. Okay, then we say acute angle crossing. So the conventional crossing component, okay, the conventional crossing component also we can say the acute angle crossing. So such definition is not available, just type is important and the picture is important for crossing as well as for acute angle crossing. After acute angle crossing there is diamond crossing. Okay, this diamond crossing is available in our country at Nagpur. At Nagpur, this kind of crossing is available. You can see from this figure, totally different route, totally different direction. Maybe sometimes this gauge is maybe broad gauge, or this gauge maybe meter gauge. Also different gauge we can cross each other. So diamond crossing is normally not a particular right angle crossing or not a 90-degree crossing, but it is look like a diamond shape. Okay, for this diamond shape or look like a diamond shape, so the name of this crossing is diamond crossing. Okay, the close view also you can see the construction or this setup of this diamond crossing. Easily, no switch is required. And another thing is important for such type of crossing, no switch normally in turnout section already we have seen the switch is there. Okay, but in diamond crossing no switch is there, no other the arrangement or the manpower is required for switch or some direction is there. Already when you constructed this diamond crossing, easily the train can go through this track, maybe different direction, no problem, because this the construction of the diamond crossing is itself is a as can carry the train or can pass the train, the special kind of construction. Okay, also you can see the picture, one picture is available, that this diamond crossing in exam. If you asked the for this diamond crossing, you should draw this figure. Okay, you should draw this figure, diamond crossing, figure of diamond crossing, figure of acute angle crossing. Okay, after the diamond crossing we have another type of crossing, that is square crossing, completely right angle crossing. This type of crossing is available in, I think, in Delhi, vicinity of the Delhi, I think, some stations. I don't know actually clear. I don't have the clear knowledge or clear idea. So in Delhi, this type of crossing is available. This is called square crossing, completely right angle crossing. Diamond crossing and this square crossing almost same, but the shape is different. Diamond shape of the diamond crossing is like diamond, and the shape of the square crossing is completely square. Okay, and right angle square, and easily the train can pass through this track without any operation operating man or operating system. Easily after construction, after setup, easily the train can pass in this track. Okay, maybe the direction of the trains are different, that's not problem. Okay, so after this crossing section, the we have the railway stations and yards. Totally theory portion normally, this railway station and yards, but again I will dictate something. Some things are required for this railway station and yards, some points are important for railway stations and yards. Normally, as you can see in your book also, so a railway station is that place on a railway line where traffic is booked and dealt with, and where trains are given the authority to proceed forward. Sometimes only one these functions is carried out at a station, and accordingly it is classified as a flange station or a block station. In the case of train station, there are arrangement case of a block station. Acha. There are arrangement for dealing with traffic, but none for controlling the movement of the trains. Okay. In the case of block station, a train cannot proceed further without obtaining permission from the next station, and traffic may or may not be dealt with. However, most railway stations perform both the function indicated. Acha. Purpose of railway station: a railway station is provided for one or more of the such some purposes, like to entrain or detrain passengers, to load or unload goods or parcels, to control the movement of trains, to enable trains to cross each other in the case of a single line section, to enable faster trains to overtake slower ones, to enable locomotive to refuel where it be diesel, water or coal, to attach or detach coaches or wagons to trains, to collect food and water for passengers, to provide facilities for change of engines and crew or staff, to enable sorting out of wagons and bogies to form new trains, to provide facilities and give shelter to passengers in the case of emergencies such as floods and accidents with disrupt traffic. So these are the some purpose of railway station already given in the book. You should read. And selection of site for railway station, some factors are there. Adequate land: there should be adequate land available for station building, not only for proposed line but also for any further expansion. The proposed area should also be without any religious buildings. Level area with good drainage: the proposed site should preferably be on a fairly level ground with good drainage arrangements. It should be possible to provide the maximum permissible gradient in the yard. In India, the maximum permissible gradient adopted is 1 in 400. Already we have seen in gradient section, but gradient of 1 in 1000 is desirable. Then easy accessibility: the station site should be easily accessible. The site should be near village and town. Nearby village should be connected to the station by means of approach roads for the convenience of passengers. Then water supply arrangement: when selecting the site, it should be verified that adequate water supply is available for passengers and operational needs. So one of the important factor in selection of the railway station or yard is water supply. So water supply also important thing. Facilities required at railway stations. Okay, suppose passenger requirements, traffic requirements, locomotive carriage and wagon requirements, staff requirements. Under passage requirements, this includes the waiting rooms, retiring rooms, refreshment rooms and tea stalls, inquiry, reservation offices, bathrooms and toilets, drinking water supply, platform and platform sheds and approach roads. These things are very well known to us. Traffic requirements: these include goods sheds and platforms, station buildings, station master's office and other offices, signals, signal cabins, reception, departmental lines and sidings, arrangements for dealing with broken down trains and station equipment. These are the traffic requirements. Locomotive carriage and wagon requirements, like this includes the locomotive shed, watering or fueling facilities, turntable, inspection pits, S pits and ashtrays. So lots of things are required to select any railway station, any yard. Like another requirement is staff requirements. This includes rest house for officers and staffs, running rooms for guards and drivers and staff canteens. Then requirements of passenger for any station yard, like the main requirements are it should be possible to lower the signals for reception of trains from different direction at the same time. This facility is particularly necessary at junction stations so that all the trains that are to be connected with each other may be received at the same time. Unless all trains are booked to stop at the station, it should be possible to run a train through the station at a prescribed speed. In case of an engine changing station, an engine coming from or going to a shed should cause minimum interference in the arrival and departure of trains. An adequate number of platforms should be provided so that all trains can be dealt with at the same time. There should be convenient sidings where extra carriage can be stabled after having been detached from trains or before their attachment to trains. There should be provision of facilities for dealing with special traffic such as pilgrim and tourist traffic, parcels in wagon loads, livestock and motor cars. Okay. Stabling lines, washing lines, sick lines, etc. should be provided as per requirement. So these are the requirements of railway stations, yards, selection of site of railway station, purpose of railway stations. Now classification of railway station. I have one picture, just wait. I am giving some pictures. This is the classification of railway station. Now it is visible. Just wait. Now is it visible now? Yes, railway station. This is the classification of railway station. Okay, so railway station can be broadly classified into various classified on the basis of three main consideration: operational, functional and financial. Operational, functional and financial. These things are theory things. Somehow I am dictating, but you should read again. You should read out from the book. So when we talk about the operational considerations, as per the general and subsidiary rules of Indian Railways, stations are classified into block stations and non-block stations. Block stations are further classified into A class, B class and C class stations, and non-block stations are classified into D class or flange stations. So from this diagram you can see the railway stations are divided. Just wait. So operational considerations main types of the railway stations are block station, non-block stations, or D-class stations. Okay, under block station there are A class, B class, and C class, and under non-block stations there are flag station and decay station. Okay, or decay station also we can say the D class station. Now the functional considerations. Stations are classified based on the function they are required to perform. Under this category, stations are classified into halt stations, flag stations, crossing stations, or wayside stations, junction stations, and terminal stations. Okay, so flag stations, halt stations, crossing stations. Crossing station, another name of crossing station is wayside stations, junction stations, and terminal stations. Okay, acha. Based on the earning considerations, depending upon the passengers earning of the railway station and some other important considerations, the stations have been classified into 6 categories: A, B, C, D, E, and F, which is also indicator of the passenger traffic. So lots of classifications are there, and totally based on theory. The purpose is very less. As a basic engineer, or suppose as a civil engineering students, the purpose of the study, suppose the detailed study is required for only theoretical exams, and the important things already I have discussed. The important things in railway stations, important thing is requirements of the stations. You should mention, you should write when you have been asked that the requirements, what is the requirement of the railway station. You know all the things, the requirement, but you should mention, you should mention detail in a details way. So what are the requirements of the railway stations, what are the requirements of the yards, what are the facilities should provide in the railway station. And after these classifications is important only for theoretical exams. You should read, you should write in exam, but important is only requirement. Now some description of the block stations. This first type, block station is a station at which the driver has to obtain an authority to proceed in order to enter the next block station in railway system that is inclusive of block stations. Okay, the entire railway line is divided into convenient block sections of 5 to 10 km, and a block station is provided at the end of each block. This system ensure that the suitable space interval is provided between running trains so that there are no collisions and accidents. There are 3 types of block stations. So normally block station is a one kind of halt. So the train will halt. Okay, because the line is not clear, and train will halt. Where train will halt? In the free space, in the open area? No, train will halt normally in block stations. Okay, some block stations are normally as a indicated by the railway that these are the block stations. Okay, and train will halt in these stations when your line is not clear. If any train is going in front of you, or the distance between the running train, the first train and your train is very less, at that situation these block stations will help you or help the running train for maintain this clearance. Normally this distance is maintained 5 to 10 km. Okay, the type of block station is like A class station. A class stations are normally provided on double line sections. At such stations, a line clear signal cannot be granted at the rear of a station unless the line on which the train is to be received is clear. and the facing points are set and locked. No shunting can be done after a line clear has been granted. So normally A class is totally dedicated for the double line sections. Double line section means these are the double line section. Wait. These are the double line section. Okay, these are the complete double line section. So both the lines are used for train. So line is for up and one is for down. So these are the double line section. Normally in India, in popular area, normally we have seen the double line section. But any rural area, normally any village area where very pocket area, the local trains or passengers trains are available at that section. So we can see the single line system. Now everywhere double line system are there, but somewhere in India single line system is also available now these days. So normally just we have said the block stations. Block station normally used in single line section, but under the block station A class station also A class station is completely dedicated for double line section. Okay. One figure is there, you should follow from the book. B class station, this is the most common type of station and is provided on single line as well as double line sections. At B class station, the line has to be clear up to an adequate distance beyond the outer signal before permission to approach can be given to a train. Okay. The minimum signals required at a B class station are as like outer. An outer signal is first stop signal. The outer signal can also be below the Warner. Also home. A home signal protects the facing point and is placed at an adequate distance from the outer signal. Starter. A starter signal is also provided on double line section. So there are outer signal, home signal, starter signal. You should follow the book. Okay, already given in the book with picture. I think you should follow the book. This is totally not compulsory from my side, but you can follow the book because you may ask sometimes in your semester exam, you may ask that kind of questions, which is normally totally based on theory and totally based on your semester exams. So these kind of theories are totally based on theory exams, semester theory exams, and you should follow the book. Some pictures are there, but important things already I have discussed. And finally the C class station. The C class stations is only a blocked hut where no booking of passengers is done. It is basically provided to split a long block station section so that the interval between successive trains is reduced. And no train normally stops at these stations. The minimum signals required are like same Warner home signal. A Warner signal placed at an adequate warning distance from the home signal to indicate whether the section ahead is clear or not. A home signal is first stop signal. The advantage of a C class station is that they ensure the faster movement of trains and increases line capacity. The disadvantage, however, is that no shunting is possible and trains cannot stop at these stations. And finally, the non-block stations or D class stations. D class or non-block stations are located between two block stations and do not form the boundary of any block sections. No signals are provided at D class stations. After that, functional classification of stations. The layout of stations varies in size and importance according to the type and volume of traffic handled and according to their location with respect to the sites or industrial area. Broadly speaking, the layouts required for passenger stations and their yards can be divided into the halls, flange stations, flag stations, roadside or crossing stations, junction stations, terminal stations. Halt. A halt is the simplest station where trains can stop on a railway line. A halt usually has only a rail level platform with name brought at either end. Sometimes a small waiting shed is also provided, which also serve as booking office. Flag station. A flag station is more important as a stop over the trains than a halt and is provided with a station building and staff. Then wayside or crossing station. After a flag station comes the wayside or crossing station, while a flag station has arrangements for dealing with traffic but once for controlling the movement of the trains. A crossing station has arrangement for controlling the movement of the trains on block stations. So these kind of theories, these kind of things are important, but these things are totally would we understand if we join as an engineer in Indian Railway. Then these things are much important to me as an engineer. Suppose POA engineer, as a POA engineer, as a construction engineer in railway, these things are then important to me because this is things actually totally depends on the operation. Okay, railway operation. The which would be the halt station, which would be the your flag station, which would be the your crossing station. This totally depends on the engineers who already who are served the Indian Railway. But if we as a suppose any private private engineer, suppose important thing is the railway track and construction of the railway stations and years. So railway station, to constructing any railway stations, the details knowledge of requirements of detailed knowledge detailed knowledge of the halt, details knowledge of the flag, details knowledge of the junction is required. Okay, uh, suppose that requirements classifications are important, but where the station would be the halt, where the station would be the flag, these are not important to us. But as per the basic study, we should read for our semester exam. And finally, the other things are I think this is enough. Okay, I think this is enough up to this classification requirements of the railway station years. These are important, and this crossing points are important. Okay, so just wait. I'm taking the attendance. So I'll stop here. Okay, today I'll stop here. You can leave. Thank you for wishing me as for Teachers Day. Thank you. You can leave. Attendance I already taken. Okay, sir. Bye, sir. Thank you. Bye. Have a nice day, sir.